Happy Friday. How is everybody doing? If you're finding me for the first time, my name is Penny. I come here 5 to 6 days a week. My goal is to inspire you. My goal is to hope you can listen and learn one or two things before you check out of my space. So today is Friday, and Friday for me is a day that I have set aside since 2012. After I had my son, the little one, in 2011, I was feeling overwhelmed with 4 children and working full-time. So I resigned from my full-time job in 2012, June of 2012, and I went into part-time status. But I started a business which is now, used to be called Zawadi, now it's pennyofashions.com. And I said Friday, since 2012, I have not worked on Friday since 2012. I set that day aside just for me because I was just getting overwhelmed. I was doing too much and I had no time for me to even do self-care. And I think it's culturally that we are taught that, once you have children, you drop everything, including your husband, to care for your children. So I went through that phase. And maybe it's because I was breastfeeding, I caught myself and I brought myself home so I could be a better wife and I could be a better mother. So if you're finding me for the first time, please go ahead and share this video. Let me do the same. And invite your friends, because what I'm about to talk about today is very important, and I'm going to stay as calm as I can be just to drive the point home. For those of us who are on Facebook, and if you're not on Facebook, we are going to move this video to YouTube so we can invite other people so they can learn with us or create some kind of awareness, especially for those of us who are out of our villages. We left our villages long time ago and we are in different places, and we are depending on people out of the people out of your local village, which is Nyando Chevere, which is wherever you come from. We are depending on people to support us, and it's the reason I want to do this video today, and it's part of a wellness. On Fridays I do a wellness talk because I successfully was able to set a day for me to self-check, to make sure that I'm doing okay. And that's what I want to encourage other people to do, something called self-awareness, where you've set a day just for you, so that way you can be aware of what's happening around you, so you can be a better person, so you can be a loving wife, so you can be a loving husband. By creating awareness and knowing what you're doing. We run around so much in the African culture, and we are socialized that way. So that way we don't even have time for ourselves, and we perish. When you die, they just bury you and it's over. We know how to do that very well. So what brings me here today? I'm here because I am concerned. I am greatly concerned with our communities. I am greatly concerned with our family and friends. And the reason why I'm concerned, we come on social media or we meet out in the church, we meet everywhere, but we have failed so badly. Now, today, I want to address the African Americans in America, and I want to address the Africans in America. We are immigrants, there is that part, and then there's the African Americans, children who are born here, or if you were born here, you're an African American. And until recently, when George Floyd was killed, is when I heard black people saying Black Lives Matters, okay? Imagine recently, which is not too long ago, I don't remember the year, African Americans are telling each other that Black Lives Matters. Can you imagine? Slavery ended long time ago, but in the African American community, the crime black on black is high. The support, community support in the African American community is very low. The places of employment where we work, the African American support is very low. Your fellow African American is quick to take you to HR. Is quick to tell on you. First of all, did you guys see my gear? This is part of the business that I do. They are very quick to report you. They are very quick to route you out to the HR. And HR in America, most of the HR, the departments in America, in most of the companies that you work, from head to bottom, From when you start, the owner of the company, you come to the vice, you come to HR, you come to the finance control. When you look at the chains of command in the US, they are all white people. You're going to catch a black person there. And that black person you catch there, maybe on number 5 or number 6, is extremely frustrated. And who is frustrating that black person in that company? It is a fellow black man. Okay? So now, slavery happened, slavery happened. And I want to tell you guys today that slavery has never ended. As immigrants who live out of Africa, slavery has never ended. As immigrants who live out of Africa, sisters to sisters, brothers to brothers, we don't talk to each other. I have a biological brother. We slept in the same womb. We share the same mother. We share the same father. We were born of the same parents, but we don't talk to each other. I have a couple siblings I don't talk to. They don't talk to me. They don't want to talk to me. It is a slavery mindset where we are it's just in our nature to just turn against each other. It's just in our nature to rout each other out. It's just in our nature to put others down. Now, I put up a post in capital letters this morning, and I said, I started doing this social media in 2017. Is when I started talking on Facebook, because I was on Facebook to share photos. I was on Facebook to interact with my family members, to share my children. I could see my sister's children, my brother's children who are in different parts of the world. And then the opportunity rolled out, and they said, you know what, you can actually earn from even just sharing your family photos. And fast forward in 2019, Facebook selected a few people who had grown their groups, like their following quick, and they took us to San Francisco. They paid for us a trip, and it was an amazing 4-day trip, and they told us, moving forward, we are rolling out a program that you guys are going to earn on Facebook. And they sure did roll out that program. And that program was giving us, the maximum we could make was $34,000 a month. $34,000 a month. This was going 2021, going into 2020, going into 2021. After we left that conference, up to $34,000 a month. Right now, the kind of bonuses we have right now on Facebook, right? We have up to $30,000 a month. You can actually, from your content, make $30,000 a month. And most of you maybe don't know, because you're not plugged in to even click those things that Facebook shares and tells you those opportunities. You will not believe until you earn the money. Until I saw the money come into my bank account, and I'm telling you, I want to come clean and tell you, I was earning a lot of money. A lot of money. When I say a lot of money, with the content, with the following, right now my page has 105,000 followers. Cash. And it's going to my regular checking account. Real money. So we are earning on Facebook. And let me tell you what happened and why I want to talk about this today. The first few people that were coming after me on Facebook, that blocked me, or I blocked them, was my immediate family members, blood. Immediately, like the brothers, the sisters, the nephews, the cousins, they were the first ones to block me and tell me I was doing nonsense on social media. And that nonsense was paying my bills. And that nonsense, the money that I was getting is the same money I'm supporting them. Okay? My relatives, my husband's relatives, some of them, they could not sleep. They were having sleepless nights. But I was at work. I don't go to their companies where they work. I don't know what they do for work. I don't know what my brothers and sisters do for work. I don't know what people do for work. I saw an opportunity on Facebook. As I told you, I had resigned. I'm running a business. I was running my business on Facebook, and I saw opportunities. Who is going to refuse to make $34,000 a month? Who? From content, just regular content with your kids, nothing major. I didn't strip naked. I didn't take out my clothes. I wasn't like OnlyFans page where I'm selling sex, nothing. I was just sharing my day-to-day activities, and I was getting paid. They are the first ones, right? Immediate family members, they were the first ones to punch out. But they will slide and ask you for money on Cash App. They will slide and ask you for money on M-Pesa. They will slide and tell you, you know what, I need ABCD. And that money, the money that they're asking from me is money that was coming from Facebook because I wasn't working full-time. Then let's talk about friends. So now, on social media, what people don't know, and I want to tell you guys, the more you gossip me, the more you talk about me, the more money I make. Not just me, all the celebrities. The more you talk about Will Smith and his affair, the more you talk about Oprah, the more you talk about Barack, the more you talk about rich and famous people, the more you talk about people on social media, the more money they make. The rich are going to stay rich, the poor are going to stay poor. So because of the gossip, and because of everything that was going on and the things I'm addressing, and actually was addressing community problems, which I still do. He was putting money in my bank account. Before that, I was doing it for free. But guess what? God always sees through us. I'm concerned about my community. God gave me the gift to speak. I've been doing public speaking since I was in primary school. I can speak. I can speak to 1,000 people, 2,000. I can speak to millions of people with no problems. And I was so grateful. I said, what? We are making free money? I was so happy. Like free money to do what you like to do. Literally just talking on Facebook and sharing your thoughts and sharing what people are saying. Right? Is a gift. Some of you have gone to school to make $34,000 a month. I don't know which Africans, I don't know what you do for work. To make $34,000 a month just from sharing what you're doing, just from sharing your chicken, that's a lot of money. Right now they are telling us we can make up to $30,000 a month. So, the friends became the gossiping melting point. And I thank them. Because actually it's the friends gossip that really boosted my following. Because now they are gossiping left and right on WhatsApp. And some of them are good enough. They call me to let me know. And I encourage them. I say, gossip more. Forward those things. Do screenshots. Because it's putting soft money in my bank account while I'm managing my business. And at the same time, I had a time frame set for Facebook. I have a time frame set for Instagram. I had a time set for social media because I have to produce this content. I have things to do. So that friend support was nowhere. Then now we move to the next group. The next group is the community. My community, who I call my community, people who are in New Jersey, people who are in Burlington. They were asking me if I lost my mind. And I told them, no, I went to Facebook college. I have a degree in content creating. I graduated. I even took pictures. I've seen Mark Zuckerberg. I was trying to tell them, my community, I'm earning and I'm paying bills with this money from Facebook. I went to University of Facebook. They paid for us. I got a free ride to San Francisco. And the training they gave us changed my bank account, changed my bottom line. So now, the community is just talking. Every time I saw them and I said, if you see content that you like, that is good, share it. A couple of them told me, Penny, if I share, you have to pay me. When you go to your job as a nurse, when you go to your job as a doctor, when you go to your job as an engineer, when you go and earn, do I come and tell you on payday, give me a part of that money because when we are going to have a rambe, I'm going to come and support you? No. But now when you ask for their support, they are telling you, oh, if you want my support, please, when you give that 34,000, they even want to know exact numbers. If they are giving you 34,000 a month, how much do you really get? Don't make a mistake and say 20. I was talking to other kissy or other content creators. 20,000 cash, 15,000 cash, 9,000 cash. It's just rolling into the account. That money was there and that thing ended in March of 2023 is when they stopped that and started a different program now. But that money was up for grabs. That was money on the table. But that money was not picked by many of us. By most of you users, you did not follow the opportunities that they had given. You did not care and you are just so busy gossiping. You missed those opportunities. Because that money you could have gone and cleared some of your debt. That money you could have put in your investments, right? Now we go around and start talking about Black Lives Matters. The crime on black is so high. If you go to the Nigerian community, I have friends from Nigeria, I have friends from Liberia, I have friends from different parts of Africa. Because I like to talk, I talk. There is no friend I don't have. The first thing when I befriend these people, they tell me, hey, my sister, be careful. Our Nigerian people, you have to be careful with them. Liberians, oh, my sister, our Liberian people, you have to be careful with them. The Kenyans, hey, my sister, hey, these Kenyans, hey, you have to be careful with them. We are black people in America. When you talk to the African American people, they are telling you, oh, watch for Taisha. You know, Taisha, she be snaking. Oh, watch for Tamika. Watch for, you know, Tyrone? Oh, yeah, Tyrone will rout you out. At work, black on black. We are so quick to run to HR, black on black. And we take each other there like slave trade, the way we treated ourselves. We run there. And who is in HR? It's the white people. And these white people, they work together. One time I worked for a company. Let me tell you guys a story. I worked for a company. And I was up close with the people in HR. You know, me, my bottom line, I always have to get my network in place just in case. I'm always playing it safe. These people in that company used to get lunch. You know, they have a lunch. You're given 30 minutes lunch. The group of people in that HR, they used to take their lunch break, which is 30 minutes. We get another 15 minutes. They get another 15 minutes. So they had an hour. We used to get an hour of lunch break. So now, you know, I was plugged in. I was inside. These people had 1 hour. These people, all white people, there was not a black person there in that team. Okay? And I told you, it's not racist. I want you guys to get the point. You black people in America. They will combine this 1 hour and they will split each other. One group will take the break at 1. So one group goes for a walk. They used to walk for 1 hour. They will divide themselves in two in that HR. They divide, so one group takes break at 12, the other one takes at 1, while the other ones are walking for 1 hour. And after they finish their, am I yelling? Let me speak water so I can calm down. After they finish taking their walk for 1 hour, they will switch. And then you know what they'll do? That HR had a microwave. They all come to eat their lunch on their desk on the company clock. Hulda, my dear girl, I wanted to share your fall pictures. Please send those pictures. Tell me, give me permission. I love them. They will take their lunch. I was there. They will take their lunch and eat on their desk. These people have degrees. These people, their grandfathers died and left them a life insurance policy. You guys didn't even coming to America, it was a fundraiser. Some of you came on credit. These people, the lawyers, the HR, the accountant, all educated. They will sit on that desk, the privilege, and have lunch on the company clock. Now, I want you to know why HR is there and whose problems HR is solving. HR is solving problems for the people who are on the lowest on the food chain. There is a food chain. If you guys went to school, you remember you were told about the food chain. The food chain is like that. We were lowest. You are the lowest. HR is normally dealing with the least knowledgeable, with the least like common sense, with the least people who have poverty of the mind. That's who HR deals with. People who never read the policy and procedures, people who never read the manual, people who never just even know, like they were told you cannot do this, you can't do this. HR is there for the fools of the company, the ones down there. There is a few fools up there, but most of the fools are down here. And they are in America, they are normally black. Black people are always lowest on the food chain. It's rare. Once in a blue moon, you'll get a white person in the lowest of the food chain, but it is rare because the white people, their parents already left them money, they went to college, and you know what, they have knowledge, they follow the company policies. And you know, Trump said it when Trump was running. Trump was being chased for not paying his taxes. And Trump said something. If you missed it, let me tell you what Trump said. Trump told the Americans, these people are chasing me for something that the system put in. I understood how the system worked, and I used the system. I did not put these laws in place. These laws were put in place. I understood the law. And you know what? If you didn't get the memo, don't come after me. And he got away with it. So, those people who are knowledgeable in a company, they read the policies and the procedures, they read the rules, they read everything. They understand when they are hired, they are told on, when to take breaks, what to do. So they are really in trouble. If anything, they tap into the system and benefit from the system. And they are not, in America, they are normally white people. Because Africans, we come here, we are acting like we are in Nyandoche Ibere. So now, the reason why I'm telling you this story, remember I said the Africans, the black people are here on the lowest on the food chain. Do you know why they are coming to HR? They are coming to HR because me, Penina, I was on break, and Hulda, my friend, my black Kenyan friend, is on the floor waiting for me to come from the bathroom, and I got 15 minutes break. Because 15 minutes break is not enough for me to even look through my phone, because we were not allowed to be on the phone. 15 minutes is not enough for me to warm even food and eat, the African food. By the time you blow your nose, because we have pepper on the food, by the time the chicken warms, 15 minutes is not enough for an African to warm their food and eat it in 15 minutes. White people can eat ham sandwich and quickly run back. Africans, we are going to take long. So now Hulda is waiting for me on the floor, and I'm taking so long to come on the floor. So now she figures she can go and report to the supervisor. The supervisor, the immediate supervisor to the black people is also black. The supervisor who's after the lowest of the food chain, when there is 5 people on the food chain, these 5 low, they are reporting to another low supervisor who is never trained, who doesn't have good judgment, who is just tired, who is stressed, who has anxiety, she or he, like he's so fed up with everybody, so fed up with these people on the low food chain. So now what that supervisor does, he or he dismisses those problems and calls her next of supervisor. In America, the way I'm going through the chain of command, these ones, the fools who didn't read the policy, the one here is just as bad. He was just given the job because maybe they've been there or they know the supervisor. The one on top is just as bad. By the time people go through 4 supervisors to get to HR, they have gone through four black people who dismissed the problem and told them go to HR. And they're meeting the white people at HR with reports. And then, by the way, I told you these people are not educated. They are the lowest of the food chain. They are told to write what happened. English, don't think English is hard for us immigrants or us who grew up in the village. English is hard for even regular Americans. They can speak, but they cannot put it in a sentence. You understand? To make sense of exactly what happened. So now, when educated people whose grandparents left money, who knew how to write college essays, who applied for college and they went and they know how to do an analysis, when they read that and do an analysis, you look like the story changes. The story is not the same of what really happened. Hilda is saying that we sit there, we complain how we are being discriminated and we are not going after each other. I'm telling you. So now, the person that knows how to write a good essay reads the essay that is written, and most of these people, that company, of the lowest of the food chain, after they're in trouble now, they've reported somebody verbally, they are told to write a report. They end up looking for another person, another slightly educated person, to help them write a report. By the time this report reaches HR, it's not what happened. And HR is saying, this is what you wrote. And they're saying, no, it didn't happen like that. No, this is what you wrote. Now they have QA. They have QA. They have quality people. Every company has QA. To read through this line, make an analysis, but they are educated people. They are not just, they didn't drop out of high school. They are reading essays for employees who dropped out of high school who cannot put an essay together. So now HR looks at it, and then some companies have a lawyer. They have a lawyer who went to school, by the way, reads through and says, you know what, this person does not belong here. So these people end up getting fired. Some of them get fired for something that was as small as 15 minutes. So they get the 15 minutes, you've been told on the first 15 minutes. You are late on the 30 minutes, you've been told on the 30 minutes break. You are late on the 15 minutes, you are told on the 15 minutes. You've been reported 3 times in one day. While the white people in HR, and I watched them for years do that, by the way, straight up, they are combining their 2 breaks and their lunch to take a walk. They take a walk around the area, and you know they never feel cold around the year. They are just walking. When you see them walking, you don't know how they are walking. They are HR. They are the ones in charge of that company. So now you are being punished for being late 3 times, while another set of people in the same company, right, are taking a break for 1 hour, and they are walking and they eat their food on company time. That is what's happening in America, and it's not going anywhere, unfortunately. And as much as I'm knowledgeable of this, as much as I try to tell my children, as much as I try to educate people on Facebook, people don't seem to understand that America race is not going anywhere. America's stupidity is not going anywhere. If you're stupid, you pay. If you have no knowledge, you're not going to sit there and cry. If you don't have connection, you're done. Children here in the neighborhood will commit a crime. By the time they hit the court, who's in the courthouse? It's their father's friend. It's their uncle. It's their cousin. Now my child here gets a crime and he goes to West Hampton. He's just another black man. Who is there that is going to help me smash the case? They are doing it here in America. This corruption is everywhere. But it's because us Africans, well, as black people, we've never sat down to even ask ourselves, how can I help my friend? How can we do this? And then, let's move on. In 2017, let me sip water. In 2017, I opened Facebook groups. They were Kisi global groups. I did that because I was running a non-profit organization. I had gone to Kenya and I was filled with compassion to see so many suffering children, because when I left Kenya, I was too young. I'd never seen people suffering. I did not come from poverty. I don't know what poverty is. I did not see people suffering. And people don't believe that because you can live in Kenya and you've never gone to Kibera. I never went to Kibera. I never saw poor people because where I grew up in Yandochevere, it was a more upscale. Everybody just was basically fine. So when I went home after 14 years, I was moved with compassion. And I said, you know, when I come back, I'm going to start a non-profit organization to help orphaned children to, to educate, to pay school fees, to help children. And I did register it, and it's called amasase.org. It's a 501c. Everything, I did it formal. And then I decided to open groups for Abahusia around the world, where I came from, because they say charity starts from home. So I opened these groups. The first group that I opened was a Kisi women group. And let me tell you, that is where I saw how slavery happened. These women wanted me out of that group. The Kisi women wanted me literally out of that group. They were saying I was making money from them. Where is the money? Share the money. These women bullied. They were trying, but they didn't know me. I have knowledge. I don't know them. They don't know me. And they literally tried to shut me down, but they were not going to, because you know what? They are not my foundation. I have a very good foundation that was given to me by my father. I'm very grounded. There is nobody who's going to come here and bully me out of what I'm doing. So that one group, I want to tell you, that one group has 54,000, the women group. 6 months into that, a lot of men from around the group, around the world, wanted to join that group. I said, you know what? Let me keep this group just for women. I opened a men and women Kisi women group, global groups. The reason why I wanted global groups, because I do travel a lot. And I wanted, when I go to a country, if I can meet my fellow Kisi, and it's been amazing. In fact, that just went perfect. The second group I opened was that. And that group right now has 229,000 members in that group. Okay, I've written my groups here to tell you what I'm talking about. The other group I opened was a global group that is anybody from around the world can join and advertise their business just around the world to connect. In case I'm in Dubai, I can tell you I'm in Dubai. If I'm in Scotland, I can tell you I'm in Scotland. Because you're non-Kisi, so I figured I should open a group that is open, and I share my travel journey, I share where I am. The same vision and mission I had for the Kisi group, I figured I should create a group that doesn't have tribe, because I'm also married to a Kamba man, and I wanted to include everybody. And that group has about 10,000 members. Okay? The other group I have, which is number 4, is a business group. When I started my business, I decided I didn't have a website then. I decided to create a group where I can put my merchandise and people can shop in that group. You know, easy to see those things when they feel like browsing. And I told people, if you want to buy some of my products, I'm in this group. So that group has about 862 members. Okay, and then another lady and I were having a conversation on another chat. That's group number 5. And we found that people who were truckers and people who were nurses were facing a lot of challenges. And the lady's name is Betty Achapa. Betty, I even don't know if you remember, we have that group. That group, we decided, you know what, let's just create a group for nurses and truckers so these people can talk. And in America, a lot of nurses and truckers are married. So the women are lost at the job and the men are lost on the road. I don't remember what year it was, but we are like, can we create a group for these nurses and truckers? Because we were tired of all these conflicts that was going on, and we are like, let's create this group so we can just try and see how we can help these people. And you know, we were coming from a good place as community leaders. We are like, what's going on with you truckers? What's going on with you nurses? Why are you guys working too much? We really had a good chat, although that group is not active. So I tell you this to tell you, in all this, the groups that I run, I didn't even add. I have a total, let me see. I like to be visual to deal with the numbers. That means I have 54K, 50, that's in the Abausi. I have 229, you add. I have 97, right? You add. I have 860, you add. I have, this is 357 plus 357, right? And then something I didn't add, 229, 1,000. Oh, I didn't add right. 1,000, 229,000, and then we have 54,000, and then we have 9,000, and then we have this. We have 300,000 people, 300,000 in those groups. Then I have a page, a Facebook page that has the one that I was earning from, the one we were told to create so we can earn. I have 105,000 plus 105,000. Oh, no, it's not there. This. Yeah, there. Then you plus here. 54,000 plus, 300,000, and then you go plus 105, 1, 2, 3, okay? And then I have my page where I'm talking from. I have 16,000 plus 16,500. So I have a total of 415. Let's round it, 416 followers. So I came to you guys, I said, this is a couple weeks ago, I said I have a YouTube channel. You guys shift over to YouTube. Let's see if you guys can support me, because you know what, now we are earning from YouTube, because YouTube has said we can earn. Look, you see, Hulda has given me stars. You see, this is how we earn. This money at the end of the month, Facebook puts it together and sends it to us. Thank you, Hulda. So now that has happened. I want you to know these 16,000 people, I have a following subscribers, 817 as of this morning, before I forced people and told people they need to subscribe to my YouTube channel. They will not go there, because you know what? I I have told them that now we are earning on YouTube. Whatever I'm doing on Facebook that you've been enjoying, I want to move it to YouTube. And now they just don't want to hear that. And these are the same people who are going to ask you to support them. The same way I told them Facebook is paying is the same way I'm telling them YouTube is paying. Go there and support me. Okay? Now, before I move from groups, in 2021, I was talking to a friend of mine, and I want to talk about Africans, the way we are bullies here. There are groups that I joined, that where I was doing business. I joined a particular group. There's one group that I joined. In 2020, somebody told me about a program, a college prep program. I was so excited about this college prep program. I was like, my goodness, I was blown out of my mind. I said, you mean there is a way my kids can go to school for free? I was like, this is amazing. I went through the program, and once my son was accepted to Allegheny University through that program, you see, Becky has given me stars. Thank you, Becky. Once our son was accepted, and once we knew he's in, we went to different colleges. Once we knew he's in, they gave us something to do a campaign to raise that program, the people that were running, the campaign was $500. It's called a Harambe. Harambe is to support that organization. It's a non-profit organization off of Delaware that is called Teen Sharp. My friend Lily, Lilian Wakaesa is the one who told me about this program. The day she told me, I called the same day, and my son got into that program when he was a senior. But this program starts from 9 to 12. And let me tell you, God works miracles because God knows I'm genuine. And Lilian, I don't even know what we were talking. We must have called each other for whatever. Lillian told me, and I followed that program. After our son was accepted, the Harambe was created. I figured, let me go to the groups and tell people that actually there is a way your children can go to college for almost for nothing. A college that has a price tag of $70,000 a year. Your child can go to that program to school for free. Regardless of that, I was even being told regardless of the income, because the children were going to, push themselves, write the essays, those things I told you the rich people do. Yeah? The children were going to fight for themselves to go there. And among the groups that I shared that information, because I called my son and I said, my son, Tata, let us tell other parents that there is a program out here that is benefiting parents. I was so excited because I was paying for my other two children's college. It was a lot. That's why I've been broke. That's why I've been begging for money on Facebook, because I have no money. My money is finished. And when Facebook said you can earn from, I jumped on it. Yeah, I said, wow. The groups that I did those videos, I was muted. A couple of those groups, they muted me because they said I was asking for money for my son's Harambe, and that Harambe was $500. And the way they wanted the Harambe to work, the way we got into the program, they were saying, tell people about it. Call Becky and your friend and say, Becky, by the way, my son is in this program. It's a very good program if you can sponsor my son. So I figured, since I talk on Facebook, let me bring my business on Facebook and share it. Those groups, they muted me because I had gone there with the Harambe. And I have those screenshots to share one day, how they muted me. After I pulled my son, I pulled my husband, I pulled my family to a stool and put chairs. And it had questionnaire, and I asked Dylan, how was the program? What can you tell? After I did all that, they took my video down and they muted me for days. This is Africans, a Kenyan women group in America. They took that video down. So I tried to reach to the admin. To justify, I said, you know what, this thing is very nice. Let other women or let the women in that group know that this program is very good. No, you are not paying much. They even give you colleges. My son got into this program when it was too late. But the kids who went in earlier, they toured so many college programs. And out of what Lillian shared with me, I was able to do a college tour. Because these other children, we went and did a community college tour. That's the college tour. College tour is when you have money that you're taking your children to good schools. You do college tour. Catherine, how are you, Baba? Thank you. Thank you for sending me stars. I appreciate. I did a college tour. And when we go to Allegheny University, you know, we were black people, 2 black parents. Let me tell you another thing. Unfortunately, there is no 2 black parents going to college tours. Most parents, black parents in America, the father maybe is nowhere to be found. The mother is just by herself struggling. In that whole group, the group that we were in, I didn't see 2 black parents in Allegheny. And they took us a picture and they put us on Instagram. And they put us on their social media. We were on social media everywhere. And my son was so funny. He said, Mom, they saw black, a son and a father and a mother. They were all up in our face. We got the audience and they were excited. We felt great. And you know, I thank God that God blessed me with a man that is willing to understand that we know college, children going to college is very important. So we stopped everything we are doing so we can tell other parents that, you know what, there is a program here where you don't have to pay. My husband has been paying for the other children's college directly. And let me tell you the way God works. In the midst of that, our son gets accepted, right? And we are paying. When I tell you peanuts, I mean peanuts, because peanuts meaning you're going to go check a university, go to online and look how much is Allegheny University. Tuition, how much is the tuition? Okay, let me just Google. Tuition in Allegheny University per year. Okay? On Google here, it's saying 52,000. So me, I don't know if the 52,000 is a scholar, a day scholar, or lives in the college. I don't know. But it's saying Google is saying 54 something. So now, me, I was happy, and you know, now I was on Instagram from Nyandoche Ibere, and you know the late Sagini from Nyandoche, from Kisi, the late Sagini, who was like a great leader, went to Allegheny. Sagini went to, I felt so accomplished. Let me tell you, when I left that place, I was even feeling romantic. I said, hey, sweetie, I was loving on my husband because he's been struggling. My husband used to work long hours to pay the tuition for the other children, and I'm struggling here doing my business. So anyway, so this sweet husband of mine, after we did that video of ours, that video, poop, was taken down. Then to even make matters worse, right? To even make matters worse, I want you guys to know, to make matters worse. Let me read Hulda's comment, then I'll tell you what made matters worse. Now our kids will graduate and have loans that will follow them for the rest of their lives because we refuse to use the knowledge that is readily available. Later, you will be blamed for not sharing information. You will be labeled overly and you are selfish. I came, Hulda, I did a video online with my son and my husband. We talked about this fundraiser and we were so excited, and we just got in that program by luck because they don't take seniors, they take the freshmen. The most amazing thing that happened to that fundraiser, one person, her name is Annette Ojera. I will never forget this lady. She has a special place in my heart. There was one person, Annette Ojera. Annette Ojera is a daughter of my friend Monica Ojera. And you know, when Annette came to America, if I can take you back, what I remember about this little girl, when Annette came to America, I was working with the mother. She was going to a university in New York. I remember how the mother was working 2 jobs to take Annette to school. So when she arrived, I told my friend, I'm going to, because I used to have a New York and Company credit card, I told her, let me take Annette and buy her age-appropriate clothes. I thought New York and Company, and she's a tall girl. I took Annette to New York and Company and told her to knock herself off, which I had forgotten many years. I was reminded, I didn't remember. Annette Ojera, this girl, gave $50 towards that Harambe. There is not even one family member from my side of the family, from my husband's side of the family. There is not even one friend that gave Dylan money towards that Harambe. And I was sharing this Harambe everywhere. And then I went to my credit card. And I swiped that. I paid, because, you know, it costs $500. If you don't come up with, if you don't meet the money, you pay. I paid $500, no, $450 to make $500. I put it on my American Express card. And that's how my son got into that school. Dylan is in college. He might not like it because he's far from home. It's a different environment. But my son has a full scholarship for 4 years. And he loves it. As of today, let me tell you, Monday. As of Monday, he was telling me, Mom, you guys set your standards so low. And he's telling me, Mom, there is a program here they're called bonus service. The program set in college. My son is telling me, Mom, you are very disorganized. You need to get your business together. Mom, you and Dad needs to set your goals. Oh my goodness, now Thanksgiving is going to be hot. Thanksgiving, I need to put my deodorant on. Because this child is coming with information. I've been acting like I got it together until this son went to Allegheny. He's telling me, Mom, you don't know anything. People out here, it takes money to make money. Mom, you guys don't know. You need to wake up. Hey, you know, I've been acting from Nyandochevere that, you know, I'm successful. I made it. I'm paying for this. My son has told me, Mom, you're doing nothing. And then I try to use this sentence, you know, most of us parents, like I try to tell him, you know, Dylan, I gave you guys what I knew. He said, those are excuses. You and Dad did not set good standards for yourself, for your children to succeed. Mom, if I knew what I knew now, what I know now, I could have done better. Hiya. He said, now we are meeting on Thanksgiving, and he said everybody needs to come with their journal, because you know what, we need to step it out. Mom, you really set your standards so low. You know, we are talking about, you know, us, once, if you can make 100,000 for my generation, we were thinking 100,000 is a lot of money. He says, Mom, that's nothing. These kids I'm with here in school, their parents are just paying everything. And they have cars, they have everything. And you know me now, I'm there. Then I try to say, you know, Dylan, you know, I came from Nyandochevere. I took myself here to school as an international student. Then he said, Mom, why do you keep creating excuses for failing? You failed. You failed to give the older child, the second child, proper information. Now you woke up at me. Now, Mom, you see the other two, now they are working to... Hey, this child told me, pull up your socks. You didn't pull up the socks properly. Hey. And he has told us on Thanksgiving to come with a pen and a paper, because he's setting goals for us. He said, my business is everywhere. He said, no, you cannot have your business all over the house. Yeah, Mom, you think you really got it together? You do not. And I'm listening to this child. And then he's asking me now, when I look at you and Dad, sometimes I look at the things you're doing. I look at the things Dad is doing. And I'm really wondering, how long were you dating before you decided that this is the man that you want to start a family with? Jesus Christ. Mother, you don't just marry anyone. Mother, how are you setting your goals? Mother, what were my friend? And I'm taking it, I'm sweating. Believe me, even now I'm sweating. I have a fan here. This, my son, is sweating me. Thanks to who? Lililata. I call you her Lililatan. Liliwakaesa. I just happened to talk to her, and it was something to do with business and social media. And she told me about Tinsha. And now my son is sweating me, telling me, you really did not make good choices. Mom, when I look at you, I look down, you guys should have had a better plan. And you know, these are children we were giving 3 to 4 vacations a year. We are thinking we got it. Like I'm here, like thinking like, oh, I am the greatest mother. No. But it's because of the people that our son is surrounding himself with. They are doing programs. He's doing community work. He's volunteering in the local area where he's going to school. He's listening to successful people, alumni, Allegheny alumni, who are coming back to talk to the students. And he's listening and he's saying, hey, my mom and dad have been sleeping. Mom, you've been sleeping. And I'm telling him, you know, Tata, I'm really successful. He told me, Mom, just don't make excuses. You're not successful because you had all these opportunities. You should have told us. I didn't know. But guess what? That's why I'm on Facebook. To tell people things that I didn't know. Okay? And while we're on that, we're on different professions. We do different things. Some of you are nurses. Some of you are doing you are doing your engineering. Everybody has a different profession that they are doing. I decided I was going to start earning on social media, and I've done it well. And I want you to know, like the past, which was 2021, 2022, I was earning great money. And what I meant to tell you in that moment, when all these things are happening, all these things are going on, my husband's company pulled his rug, moved to Colombia. His company that he had invested so much time in moved. My husband has been without a job for a year. And guess what? God already knew. God already prepared us. Our son got us. What were we going to do with 3 kids in college? God took that burden that he even allowed me to quit my job in 2012 to start this business. God prepared me. God prepared me to start my business on Facebook. God prepared me for Facebook to start making it possible for us to earn. God prepared me for everything that was coming. And the job was gone. Now we started living on savings and the business. We've been living on savings and business now. My husband is trying to start his own business to see where he can go with trucking. That is a new thing that he's trying. At 50-something. And you know what? Yes. My son was right. He's saying, what was Dad's plan B? He's asking, Mom, what's your plan B? What were you planning? I said, oh, when I quit my job, I started this. But Mom, you should have even had some. Let me tell you, this child is challenging me because other people are challenging him, and I love it. And I've been telling my husband, don't feel humiliated. Let these children, they have the knowledge we didn't have. And that's why I come on Facebook, because now I'm sharing things I didn't know. So now I come here and I tell people, you know, this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm earning. And they're telling me, oh no, me, I don't do those things. Right? They are here criticizing me. They don't know my story. They don't know how I'm struggling. Once you don't know anybody's story, you don't know, because I decided to make this a career and this is how I'm paying my bills. But now when I come and tell you that, you know what, go to my YouTube channel. I should be sharing this YouTube channel every day. Yeah? And subscribe to my YouTube channel. You have a problem. So let me tell you, as I finish. Some of the people will support you. Some of the people, they will criticize you. Some of the people, they will gossip you. Some of the people will help you grow. Because my business right now is, that business I started in 2012 has been grown by a Ghanaian woman and a Nigerian woman. And when I tell you, the business that I started in 2012, because I was overwhelmed with children, has got to a point where it's a 6-figure income. When I tell you 6 figures, meaning you're making enough money to live on as a whole family. We've been living on this business since my husband lost the job. We are living on it. We are living on waste bits. We are living on whatever businesses I'm going to tell you. Let me give you a rundown. I have 10 sources of income. 10. And I'm going to count them. 10. The one that is always priceless, that doesn't have a number, is God. There is nothing but God always knows your heart. Me, I'm genuine. Whether my sisters block me, you block me, my in-laws, you say what? My heart, and I thank my God first, then followed by my father. What my father told me, nobody matters. And he's long gone. He used to tell us, by the time you become adults and have your own children, nobody will matter. My God and my father, the kind of foundation I have from God, from Seventh-day Adventist, the foundation I have from my father. My mother was always worried about what the community is going to say, so I just had a taste of each, and I chose not to go to my mother's side. I'm on my father. My source of income, my source of life is God. That one doesn't have a number. Number 2, I have a list of things that I do. Number 2, oh no, number one is, the one without a number is God. Number 1 is my husband. My husband is a source of income. This man, for 29 years, I've been eating part of his paycheck. My husband is a source of income, and I treat him as such. I'm very respectful when I'm talking to him. I treat him, I look at him the way I would look at my supervisor. He's the head of this home, and these children here will tell you, Abu is the father. They will start disliking him. And I tell them, in the African culture, when it comes to protecting children and the father, you protect the father. I told my daughter this morning, she was giving me a scenario. This was bad. It was a bad scenario. Let me share the story before I go down there. She said, Mom, here's a scenario. The house is on fire. You have your 4 kids, your husband, and you have 20 million shillings in your safe. You only need to save 2 people. Who are you going to save? That's a question that has been going around. So I told her, I'm a village girl. The way we grew up in Nyandochevere, when a child, Nyandochevere means 2 rivers. When a child would drown, if a child fell in the water, I just don't know who told me this, but somebody in the village, and I know it that way, told me, if the child is drowning, you let the child drown. You don't try to save the child, because if you die, then you have left other children suffering. And then they used to tell you, this is back in the day, you have more eggs, you can have more children, so let that one child drown. Which is like, nowadays people can't think like that, but this is back then. So she asked me, who are the 2 people I would save? So I told her, I'm going to save Ryan, my last child, because he's a small child, right? I will leave the house with Ryan, and I'm going to take my husband. But now I'm 50, I don't have eggs to produce more children. But then, if I have 2 people to take, my husband is here first. I'm sorry, I know most of you think you take your children first. You have all these kids, you need to. So I'll save the husband. Before the children came, the husband was there. My husband is the head of this home. No, it's a scenario. They were trying to tell you to think. But she said that whoever was posing the story was trying to say that you need to save someone who has lived, because they've lived. Let the child drown because the child has not lived. Because the child doesn't know anything, so you let that child drown. But I'm telling you, that this is how we were having this conversation. And I told her, my husband, so in this house, I don't care, I'm not afraid, I don't feel ashamed. My husband comes first. The kids know in this house know first, because my husband has been nothing but a provider and a protector. Before these children came, we were together for 4 years. Before the children came, just me and him. And if I have to save anyone, I'm saving him first. 4 children are many to save. I'll save the baby and the husband. So my husband is a source of income, and he comes first. And I have a lot of respect for him, and I treat him as my source of income. Okay? My number 2 is my payroll. I'm an employee of the state of New Jersey. I work there part-time, and that job, in fact, to tell you the truth, I'm just tired. I just hate to clock in and out, and I'm in total shock that at 50 I'm clocking in and out. But that's where I get my state insurance. My network is bad. You can't hear me? Sound check. We can always get more children, yes, or you can hear me. So now that is my job, but I'm working very hard psychologically to follow the rules of my job. I try as much to be at work on time. I respect that job, and when I go there, I try so hard to treat that job like my own business, because I have a business. It is not easy when you're on payroll. I hate it. I thought I was going to retire by 50, but I'm not. But if worse comes to worse, I always have plan B. If I'm going to push it to work with the state of New Jersey, I'm going to push another 5 years. I don't know where and what I'm going to do, but that's income number 2. Number 3 is pennyofashions.com. I have a business, and this business is a business, I tell you, that was given birth and supported by women from Ghana. This is the product of Ghana. I get things from Ghana. I sell waist beads. Check me, pennyofashions.com. These are waist beads from Ghana, and guess what? The most beautiful thing, I learned how to make these beads, and I can make these beads. I sit here. Yesterday, I made 5. Okay? 5. Each one, I sell it for $15. Actually, it's more than 5. Yesterday, I did, let me show you. Yesterday, I made this. I create beads like that. I made this, right? Nowadays, I'm creating my own pieces. I made this, yeah, pennyofashions.com. I made 2 of this. I made this from the Maasai beads. A lady, my online follower, sent me beads. Okay, I did that. Yeah, pennyofashions.com. Penny or fashions. Let me put it here. It's easier here. pennyofashions.com. pennyofashions.com. I'm pausing to do that. It's okay. Don't have anxiety. pennyofashions.com. Okay, I put that there. It's coming. And I made this, okay? This is the bigger beads, and I made some with seed beads. Okay? I sell these shirts that I'm wearing. I sell these hats. This is crochet. These hats, I bring them from Kenya. I sell earrings, like this is Tusker. I mean Pilsner. I always call Tusker. This is Pilsner. I sell earrings. And I also sell, anything made in Kenya. Headgear. That is income number 3. Number 4, I sell eggs and chicken and vegetables. These are organic eggs. See? These are my chicken that produce these eggs. Let me tell you about these eggs. The Africans or the Kenyans who I sell eggs. I sell these eggs for $6 a dozen. They will tell me Costco sells them for $5. When you have arambe, put Costco in your arambe. Costco sells them for $5. Go to Costco. When your mother, your father dies, go there. Put Costco. Okay, put Costco on your harambe. Don't put me. I sell vegetables during the summer. I grew saga. I grew managu. This season I have enough vegetables until next year. Tomatoes. So business number 4 is chicken and vegetables. I earn. And if you want to come and tell me that Costco or ShopRite, whatever shop that is selling these things that I sell at a cheap price, put them. If River Road sells these hats for $10, put River Road on your arambe. If these t-shirts are $20 in the Indian store where Maasai, whatever the shop they buy in Nairobi, there is a shop where we buy this. I don't have the memory. Put that Indian man on your WhatsApp. When you want to make WhatsApp group, put those people. Yeah? Put them. Put those. Do not put me because me, I'm selling eggs. I'm selling this. Put those people in your WhatsApp group, in your arambe for that $1. That is number 4. Number 5. By the way, I'm a very sexy, beautiful woman. If you look at me, you will know I'm great. I'm 50 at grade. Okay? Can I finish? Okay. Okay. At 50, I'm looking great. Why? Because number 5, I do something we call Juice Plus.
You look 30.
My son, Ryan is saying I look 30. I'm 50. This year I turned 50. I have an investment group that we are 30 Kisi women. Okay? 30 Kisi women. We got together in 2017. You know, I started Facebook when I was mature. I called Kisi women and I told these Kisi women, let's start an investment group because we are here on Facebook. What are we doing? I created a WhatsApp group in 2018 and I put a link and I told these women, ladies, come we invest. We got in there. We are 30 of us and we own property in Kenya. 30 of us. So one day I was in there. I was I'm the chair, I'm supposed to do something, and I told them, oh my God, my knees are hurting, my joints. One of the ladies there, her name is Josephine Achira, told me, Penny, she's one of the investors. We call each other. In fact, I've not even talked about that. I have investments in Kenya. That's another story. It's another investment. I should put it down there. In fact, I need to throw it in somewhere. She said, Penny, there is something called Juice Plus. And she had introduced me to this Juice Plus when my mom had a brain surgery and my mom was not eating, and Kemunto introduced me to this Juice Plus. I did it for my mom until my mom left my house, and then I didn't do it again. So when I was in that investment group and I was talking about my knees, Kemunto told me, Penny, go and start Juice Plus. This Juice Plus, I'm a consumer. So that's why I'm glowing like this, by the way. I'm very beautiful. My skin is good because I eat my own eggs. I eat my own vegetables. I am very sexy at 50, okay? Now, I eat fruits. There's fruits. They are capsules. I eat vegetables, okay? And I eat berries. These three cost me $80 a month, okay? Out of these three, my children get extra, free, Juice Plus. The children get theirs for free. They've been tested. You can go online and look at Juice Plus. They've been tested and this works. And then on top of that, in the Juice Plus, we have a shake. You know, now my bones are getting old and sometimes I'm running around with the chicken. I'm running around with the penny fashions. I'm running around with the children. I don't get time to eat properly. So they introduced food in powder form that you can make a shake. So I do this shake, right? And this shake, what I've done with this shake, I don't just drink it. You can drink it. It comes in chocolate. It comes in vanilla. So if you want to know more about Juice Plus, inbox me. I'm going to put my number. But what I do with Juice Plus, I make a smoothie every day. So what I do, I've frozen all my vegetables and fruits that I need to put. I have papaya. When I'm ready to make this smoothie, I take a few papaya. These are blueberries. Blueberries that I pick from my friend's garden, fresh. These are my bananas. Okay. This is my carrots, washed and frozen. This is my honeydew. And I have pineapples and apples and fresh fruit. I throw it in. I've invested in a Ninja and I'm good to go. So besides me being the consumer, my husband consumes Juice Plus, my brothers, my family. It is a source of income. Once you become a consumer and you introduce someone, when they purchase, it puts money in your bank account. So I am earning from Juice Plus besides consuming. And because I've introduced several people, the business is becoming self-sufficient. You don't have to run this business. This business is already set for you. They just create a website. You bring people, you consume, you want to sell, whichever way you want to take it. Okay? Juice Plus is my 5th source of income. Number 6, Facebook. I've told you that before. Facebook, they pay us. We get stars. We get money from followers. We get money from advertisements. We get money from subscribers. I have faithful subscribers that send me money every month. They are just generous people. And they are Kikuyus. They are from Kikuyu land. There is no one Kisi person subscribing to my Facebook channel. There is a few Kikuyu women who tell me I have changed their life. They subscribe. They've put a standard deduction that comes every month and it comes to my bank account. That's how Facebook works. And the reason I was here today was to tell you guys you need to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'm not going to play games with you guys, because when you call me to ask me for anything, I'm going to ask you to show me the day you subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm trying now to earn from YouTube. Now, YouTube is going to be my other source of income. You're supposed to have 1,000 subscribers, and then now your paycheck starts rolling. So roll my paycheck. Don't delay this paycheck, because when you put me in that group, I'm not going to join. And I'm the kind that is not embarrassed. I have no shame. If you are not on my Facebook, you are not subscribing, I will not. I want to only support people who support me. And that's why I tell you, family members and friends are the worst people. Until you become a Denzel, you go to Hollywood, that's when they will say you are related to them. Once I become rich and famous, you will see those relatives claiming me. Watch this space. So number 6, okay? Number 7, I started cleaning recently. Now, after my husband lost his job, I started cleaning. I go into people's homes and I clean. For 2 hours here, 1 hour. So it's a job. And I earn, and they pay me, and I take the money and put it in the bank and buy my children food. Okay? And then we have number 8. Number 8 is stocks. Okay? You know, Facebook, some of you use Facebook, but you don't know, like, Facebook is a stock you can own. There's a time Facebook dropped to $100 per share. So right now, if you go and look on Facebook stock, it's 328. When they were being sued, this stock dropped to 100, and I called a few of my friends and I told them, take $500 and just throw it. So I play around with stocks. That's number 8. Number 9, my children. My children are a source of income, because now they are working, they are paying bills, they are helping me. They are a source of income, and I treat them as such. I appreciate their support. I tell them, they cook, they clean, they do a lot of things. They are those ones who are home. And I want them to know that they are part of what makes me. If I need fruits picked, if I need milk picked, if I need things picked, they will pick with their own money. So they are cutting my budget, my 2 children that are working. If their little brother needs to eat, they are going to go buy food for him. That cuts on my budget. So my children are a source of income. The last source of income is my friends, which is number 10. The Kenyan investments, I wasn't going to talk about it because it doesn't really put money in my pocket. It's eating me. Those investments in Kenya, I will eat them when I retire. But right now, they are taking away. They are not adding. I'm not in a position in Kenya to earn from my properties. Nothing. Okay? But my friends, I cannot begin to tell you the kind of friends that I gained on Facebook. And that's my last point. I've gained healthy, productive friendships on Facebook. And I've been successful. I have been changed. I've been challenged by my friends I met on Facebook. Why did Facebook change my life? Because you know, you're an average of 5 people you surround yourself with. Facebook or social media has enabled us to filter who we surround ourselves with, regardless of where they are around the world. And for the first time this year, I went on a trip for me, an all-women trip to Dubai. It was 15 of us. And these 14 women that came for my birthday, they flew in from different parts of the world. They flew in. Why I like these women of friends? I've been with them in different places. They are driven to succeed. While we were in Dubai, let me adjust my hat. Some were looking at their properties. Isn't that something nice? They own houses in Dubai. Can you imagine? One doesn't have just one. She has 2. At the time of my birthday, she was looking at a 3rd apartment. She told me the only money she put down was the first apartment. The second apartment gave back to the first apartment gave back to the second apartment. Second apartment gave back to the 3rd. And she had told me that it was just simple, painless investments in Dubai. Because if you've been to Dubai, the order, the tranquility, the place is amazing. It's a place you'd like to invest. I'm told there's discrimination, there's this and that, but this girl, she was there and she was challenging all of us. Let me tell you, I've been wondering where I was going to steal money. I was so challenged. When I met those women, some of them, did I meet anyone of them for the first time? I think everyone that was on that trip, I knew. I was so challenged. I'm still challenged. Right now I need to get off Facebook so I can create an income. I was so challenged. Women own apartments, their own apartments, their own. It's not the husbands, it's not the brothers, it's not the fathers. These women, they're at a point where their money is working for them at 50. That's why I told you on my income number 2, which is a payroll job, I do not like that I'm on payroll. While I'm grateful that I have the job, I did not want to be stuck at 50 on a payroll job. But these women I was with, some of them left payroll long time ago. They went into their own businesses and their businesses have been successful. And what they told me, the bottom line is, it's the people you surround yourself with. There was no gossip that I had. I was just hearing women challenging each other. I was just hearing, I'm like, hey, oh yeah, I even have the contacts, Rahab. If you want contacts, now I have people in Dubai. If you want anything in Dubai, I have the connection, I have the network. I was just so challenged at 50. I'm like, where were these women when I was young? Where were these women? Why didn't I meet them? But social media came later. We didn't have a way. We were just stuck in local here with women who are constantly abusing us and saying we'll never amount to anything and putting you down. You know, they didn't know that God was planning good things for us, because God knows who means well. Knowledge is power. Yes, I was so impressed. These women, have you ever sat with people and you left there so challenged? And you know, once you learn differentiating, celebrating achievement over bragging, and these women are not bragging. They are telling you, here, Penny, you want an agent here. You want a caretaker here. Penny, what do you want? These women are not bragging. There's a difference. There's a difference between bragging and celebrating achievements that people have. These are, some of them are Nyandoche village girls. They are from the village there, from my home. It tells you how people are driven to succeed. You want a landscaper, they'll give you. You want a cleaner, they'll give you. You want a travel agency, they give you. These women are successful because, you know what? They moved beyond putting each other down. They found like-minded women. They were lucky, because here we were not lucky like that. And surrounded themselves with these people. When you sit with them, even when they are drunk, an amazing meeting that I never, even if they are drinking, when I say drunk, meaning they are drinking, they are just driven to tell you how they can help you. Penny, come to Kenya. Penny, you Dubai. Penny, Tanzania, you want fabric? I have a friend in Tanzania. These women have been up and around the world. I was so inspired at 50, and I asked myself, God, where have I been? But it's never too late. And that's why I come on Facebook every day to tell you guys I'm learning, and I want to share. Some of you have not been lucky to find yourself in a good circle of friends. I found myself through Facebook in a good circle of friends that are inspiring me, that are lifting me, that are telling me you can be, that believe in me. In fact, they make me think that I got it when even I don't get it. Sometimes, you know, you don't get it. But when you sit with people who have it, you start getting it. Challenge yourself. Stop spending so much time criticizing people. Find people who are thriving. Avoid the people who are always negative. When you tell them something, they throw in a negative comment. People who are thinking like, oh, you're showing off. No. Facebook, social media is a place of opportunities where we are here to make money. And then, even your health and wellness. Even if you don't buy my products, the waist beads, you don't need to wear waist beads. Go buy nutrition for yourself. You are getting the product. Take care of yourself. Some of you, I see, you don't even want to do your hair. There's no self-care, but you're busy gossiping people who are doing something. Finally, let me tell you about content creating and people on social media. Screen who you're consuming. The mind is a very powerful thing. Go on Apple. If you have an iPhone, you have a smartphone, go on Apple. They have podcasts. People who've been there, people who've written great books. Educate yourself. Grow your mind. Those things that I'm talking about, they will not come to you. I attended a Juice Plus conference. I have notes. Where is the notes from Juice Plus? Juice Plus conference. It wasn't even expensive. And actually, I didn't pay for it. My friend paid for it. A friend. I told you, number 10 is my source of income. A friend of mine paid for me to go to Juice Plus. And in this Juice Plus, I will read for you the notes that I took as the thing was starting. The questions that you're supposed to ask yourself. Okay? Take your pen and paper. Let's finish this class. Okay? What is the vision and mission you have for yourself? Your vision and your mission statement. Do you have vision and mission statement? Do you have standards of operation? Do you have standards of operation? Or anything goes? You have to have standards of operation. If you've not seen success, if you've not been around people who are successful, they have standards of operation. When Akode, our nice celebrity from Kenya, tells you guys that she sits in boardrooms, when Akode is in a boardroom, she's in a boardroom. Many of you have not sat in a boardroom. When you sit in that boardroom, you have to have standards. You're not going to wear trashy looking clothes to a boardroom. When she's talking about her foundation, she's not going to do the things she's doing when she's on her off time. Her off time is her off time. And I see a lot of knowledge in that girl. She's educating you for those ones who want to listen. But a lot of people just follow her to abuse her and push her brand. But she tells you she sits in a boardroom. Do you have standards of operation? Some of you don't even in your marriages. Anything goes. Your wife does anything, you let it go. Your husband does anything, you go. Your children do anything. Do you have standards of operation? I do. From Nyando Chevere, I set standards of operation. And I don't go against them. I have policies and procedures to be followed in my house. I have expectations in my house and in my life. I have standards of operation. They are telling you. Do you have standards of operation? If somebody asks you today, Jackie, by the way, you guys, Jackie, I went to school with her. Jackie. Jackie, please tell them that I was a head girl. I've been doing public speaking for a long time. Okay? If somebody asks you today to explain why you do what you do, why do you do what you do? You're doing Juice Plus. In fact, I gave you the story before even knowing I wasn't planning to read this, but I thought I'd read them. When I told you about Juice Plus, I told you why I started Juice Plus. I started with my mom, and then I was having knee pain, and then now I was in an investment group. Then Josephine told me, Penny, start doing this. I gave you a story. Why do you do what you do? When I told you about Penny Old Fashions or Zawadi, I told you I had 4 children. I could not work full time. I decided to start my own business that has become a very, very successful business. And the rest is what? The rest is history. Why do I sell waist beads? I will explain. Why do you do what you do? You're a nurse. Why do you do what you do? Do you have a history? What is your company history? You don't have a company. You're probably somebody employed by somebody. But if you took your pen and paper, what is your history? Those of you who followed me long enough can actually write my history. I came from Nyando Chevere. I went to Kisi Primary. I went to Eronge Primary Boarding. I went to Sronga Girls. I came to America. You've been following me. You know my history. Do you have a history? What is your history like? What is your past? What's your present? Where do you want to go? In whatever you have chosen to do, have you incorporated your values? What do you value? Do you have values or anything goes? Okay? Can you include virtual things where I can show you, if I talk about my marriage, where is that picture here? If I talk to you about my marriage and I tell you I've been married for 29 years, And then I tell you, here is my husband of 29 years. You see us? Can you see that picture? There. You can see this man is young. You can see I'm young, right? You can see. I have things that I can show you that this was our first Christmas together. What do you have to show? Okay? Can you tell people what is your next step? From today, after you've listened to me, what is your next step? What is the story that you have that you want everybody to read? There are stories you don't want people to read. Okay? How does your story show your personality? Okay? The first impression you make is what's going to stay on people. What impression do you leave on people? When I went to Dubai, right now I just lost myself trying to tell you how these women challenged me. Some are doctors, some are nurses, some are engineers. They challenged me. And you know these ladies, they are all very hardworking. None of them is lazy. They are all hardworking. And they took me to Dubai, and oh my, the one night we had a bill for $2,000. One lady came and swiped the card. Jesus Christ. We were eating shrimp, wing. One lady just said, penny agapes. $2,000. Okay. Some of us, even the credit cards we have, don't have $2,000. Okay. Why do you exist? What is your purpose? I've taken actually so much of your time, but it's okay. Why do you exist? Okay? Why are you here? And when you're long gone, what are you going to be remembered for? If you have a business, how do you give back? I told you about my non-profit organization. You have a business. What are you giving back? There is power in giving back, and there is power in having gratitude. How are you giving back to your local communities? When you're going to start a business, or you're going to do something, anything that you're going to do today that is going to give you any source of income, I want you to put it at the back of your mind, like you're solving problems. You're looking for a business to solve problems over selling products. What problem are you going to solve when you start your business? So that way, when you're going to tell somebody that you are selling them waist beads, okay? What waist beads? They help you track your weight. Waist beads make your husband look like when he sees them on you, and he's a libido booster. Waist beads is jewelry like earrings. It adds, a value. You look sexier and cuter. This is my product. How are you going to market your product? Juice Plus is going to help you so you have less joint pains. You're going to have a healthy life where you're not going to always be sick. You eat your vegetables and fruits. Your children are always going to be healthy. Those coughs and running nose, is going to go away. Eating fresh vegetables is going to add value to your life because you're not eating preserved food. Okay? Whatever product that you're going to sell, whatever business you want to do, in anything you're trying to do, let the people know that you are trying to solve problems, not just selling a product to make money. Create something that you are helping people solve the problems. Like anybody who listened to me today, know if you have your children in America and they are going to go to college, I'm going to give you the Teen Sharp number. You go apply. It's free. I don't get anything. Nobody gets anything. It's free information. So I'm asking you, as I finish, I have told you how you can help me and what I'm asking from you. I'm asking you, in your own words, what do you want me to do for you? How can I help you? For you to move forward. Tell me, what can I do? What do you want me to do on my platform? Okay? To help you. And then I'm going to ask you, or I'm going to tell you, me, for all those people who've hindered my progress, starting with my own family members, my husband's family members, my friends, my community, who refuse to subscribe to my YouTube channel, who refuse to like my page, who refuse to buy my eggs, who refuse to buy my beads, who refuse to consume anything. Today I'm telling you, and I'm coming from a very clean space, because I laid it out. I've told my husband, I've told all his relatives, anybody I could tell, I told them today. I'm not happy that they've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, and yet they can ask me for money. I told everybody I needed to tell today that what I wanted them to do for me, they did not do for me. And what I want to say today, I have forgiven you. I'm going to forgive all of you, and I'm going to start all over again and start asking you, go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. If there is, I've put a video that you don't like, play and put the volume down or mute it and sleep. Let it play through so I can get views. Jesus Christ. You don't have to listen to me. Just go there, play and put it on mute and sleep every day. That's what I'm asking from you, from YouTube, because now we need to earn this money so we can, when you create those WhatsApp groups, we can come and give you money. That's the only way we are going to help you. That's the only way we are going to pay school fees for your children and my children. I have forgiven you. And if I've ever put content out there that maybe offends you, that made you not to share, that make you, feel some kind of way, I made you feel small, I made you, because some of you call me, oh, why are you talking about me, or why you do this? I'm not talking about you. We all go through the same problems. Everybody is going through the same problems. It's the way you react to your problems that really matters. I'm suffering too. I'm going through something too. I'm just trying to make a living. So I'm asking you to forgive me and support me in my hustle, and I'm going to support you in anything you're doing. That's how we are going to start a new day. If you're my co-worker and you're watching me, if I wronged you and you did my job, there's a friend of mine that is always doing my job, and I'm sure she's watching. I ask you to forgive me. Let's have Monday as a new day. Forgive me and I forgive you. Let's start a new day and support one another. Change your attitude. Change your mindset. Let's reduce the black crime. Let us reduce not supporting our family members. Don't wait for me to go to Hollywood to say that I used to know that girl. Don't wait for your family member to be the best player in a game and you're not even willing to go and watch them play. Even cheer them up or give them water. Cheer your family and friends to success. May the Lord God bless you. Have a beautiful Friday. Please invest on self-care. Create a day. Be very intentional. Create a day to take care of yourself. Be very, very intentional on what you're eating. Look at your menu. Look at what's in your fridge. Don't just wake up and just wake up. No. Have a day that you do food shopping. I'm about to leave here to go to see the chicken. Go feed the chicken and do my food shopping. Be very, very intentional about what you're consuming. When you're starting to think, before I came here, I was thinking about this show. Before I started the day, I woke up and started thinking. When you're starting to think, anytime negative energy, you see I was sweating. I told you when I was talking about what my son was telling me. Anytime you start getting negative thoughts, remove them immediately. Do not entertain negative thoughts. Because when I was speaking about all these things, our son has challenged us, how I was muted from the group, I was sweating. I started perspiring. I needed deodorant. Because you know what? I'm pushing my mind. Anytime negativity comes about people, try to redirect yourself to positivity. Go back to this video. Watch this video all over again. Put it when you're going to sleep over and over, and you will come and thank me later. God bless you, and I truly appreciate your support. I had put Ryan on hold so I can finish talking. So now I can set him free, and I can set myself free so I can go and pick the eggs. Thank you for watching. Share this video. Subscribe. Today we are at 920. In fact, let me give you a number and then I'll give you a feedback as we go. 928, I think, subscribers. And I appreciate that. I don't take 933 subscribers. So if you've not done that, please do that. God bless you. If you want to know more about Juice Plus, let me put my number. Contact me So that way I can give you more information about Juice Plus. 8. God bless you guys and have a good night. I hope you listened. I hope you learned one or two things that is going to improve your life so you can live a good quality of life. Don't be embarrassed of your achievements. Don't be embarrassed of what you're doing that is changing your life. Just keep living. God is watching you and God knows what your heart's desires are, and He's going to meet you at your point of need. In Jesus' name, amen.